Hi, Eric Gibaud, ericgibaud.com, and today I'm going to try to help you save money when buying photo gear, video gear, and accessories. So let's start. So I'm going to tell about 10 tips that help saving money, okay? But there are so many more tips, so I expect that you will write in comment what are your tips to save money. Obviously, you could say not buying anything. That's a big tip, okay? But that's not the idea, okay? First, obviously, one would be to use special offers. They have like Black Friday or that, but this video is not about this. Second would be obviously to buy secondhand, but that's not about this. I already made a video about secondhand and recommendations. I'll leave you the link here, okay? My idea is to speak about normal situation, not special things, okay? Well, maybe one of them, but that's okay. And also the type of gear you buy. So the first one that came to my mind are chargers and battery. Many brands don't include a classical charger where you can remove the battery from the camera, place it in the charger, and keep shooting with a second or third battery. Okay, so you have sometimes you just plug in the socket in the wall, and then you plug into your USB-C and you charge. And then in this situation you cannot use the camera in the meanwhile, so you want to buy an optional charger that will let you remove the battery and place it in there and charge and keep shooting. Okay, so these chargers are very often very expensive optional charger. Same thing with extra batteries. Maybe you want an extra second, a third, a fourth battery, and they're very expensive if you want to buy original. Well, there are alternative brands, but take care that all kind of batteries, all kind of brands. Don't buy the cheapest, don't buy just any. Why? Because they may be not compatible with your camera, give some problem, or you don't have the load status of your battery, how much power you still have. Okay, so I recommend one brand. I'm not sponsored by them, okay, but I use it a lot. I'm really happy with their chargers, and their battery is Patona. Patona, okay? But there are more brands, okay? That's the one I use, okay? So you can comment if you have any other brand you like. But that's a good idea to save money on this. Maybe not on the batteries if you want the original, but on the charger, very often you see exactly the same system, same chargers, the original and the one by Patona, for example, so close, okay? So that's ridiculous to pay the price these brands are asking, okay? Really ridiculous. So let's save money. Second, filters. Many people want to use filters. That two situation. The one I don't speak about square filters with filter holder. I speak about circular filters. And some people want to have it on their lens all the time. Okay, so in this situation, yes, you need to buy the exact size. But sometimes you want a polarizer or an ND filter, several ND filters, but you have different lenses with different diameter. Always buy the largest one that corresponds to your largest lens, so you can use it on every lens using a step-up ring. So do this, you will save some money. It's true that when this larger filter is placed on a smaller lens, you cannot use the lens cap, but it doesn't matter because normally it's at a precise moment you're doing a landscape photography, for example, it's on tripod, you place the ND filter, you place a polarizer, and then after you remove it, and then you just place the cap back on the lens, and that's it, okay? But then on this you can save some money buying the largest one and step-up rings. Second, the brands. There are many brands of filters. You have low quality plastic, all this, then you have mid-range, and then you have top of the range. When I speak about mid-range, you have Nisi, Cassie, K&F Concept. That's several brands. Ida, for example, okay? And I see like a fight between YouTubers and photographers. No, the Nisi is better, or no, the Cassie is better, or I prefer the K&F Concept. That's laughable because all these brands are getting their glass and ready glass from the same manufacturer in Germany, Schott, and another one in Japan. So they all get the same glass. So the difference between one and the other is actually the metal frame that can be different alloy, or maybe the box, or maybe the marketing they do, all this. But the optical quality is the same. So really, honestly, when people tell me, why do you use K&F Concept? I prefer KC. Because they're cheaper, it's the same glass. That's simple. So don't get fooled by their marketing. You don't need to spend more money than you need if you're going to get this range of filters, okay? Second, beware of really expensive filters, okay? The leaf filter, they have a great reputation. I don't know why, honestly, because there is a massive color cast, blue cast on the big stopper, for example, that is expensive. It's true that in post-production, in digital, you can correct the white balance. That's true. But why should you pay extra and have to fix it in post-production when there are a lot cheaper lens filters that do it better, okay, without any cast, okay? And then there are some marketing operation like Polar Pro with the Peter McKinnon VND. A few YouTubers, only a few, told the reality. You have strange stains and cross effect in some situation. So honestly, are you're going to pay so much just because it's signed by Peter McKinnon? I really like Peter McKinnon. I like what he does, okay? But one thing is marketing, one thing is business, and one thing is your money, okay? So honestly, Polar Pro, I think they're overpriced for what they give, okay? So most of the time, this middle of the range filters will be more than enough for what we do, okay? And normally you don't see the difference. So yeah, and don't forget, all these Chinese brands, they all come from Germany manufacturer or Japan manufacturer. Okay, so save your money, get the cheapest in these brands. Tip number 3, when you buy a Chinese lens, it includes a sunshade, great, okay? When you buy a Japanese brand, if it's entry level, no sunshade. If it's mid level, no sunshade. If it's pro level, sunshade included, okay? So honestly, you look at the optional sunshade, the price are just nuts. On my Olympus 60mm macro, I think the original was like 40 or 60, I can't remember, euros. Well, I bought a JJC that cost 15 euros, I think, or 20 or 17, not sure. You can get from brands like JJC, this is one I use, but there are more brands, okay, to have alternative sun hood and exactly the model that corresponds to your lens, not just one you adapt more or less. No, if it's a tulip shape, you get the tulip shape exactly the same as the original. Maybe the quality of the plastic is not exactly the same, but the result will be the same. So save money on sunshade. If they didn't want to put it in the box with this lens you paid, well, buy it somewhere else. When I bought my Canon 50mm 1.4 EF, it's not an L lens, so the shade is not included, and that's not fair because the original piece is, I don't know if it's 30 euros or something like that. So I also bought a JJC one, okay? Tip number 4. After a while, people who have a camera, they want to buy a flash, a Cobra flash. And honestly, almost any flash would be okay. But what's the problem? That next year you want to have a more powerful flash or a studio flash, something different. If you bought one, like I've used Yongwo a lot, but tomorrow you want to have a flash for your studio, they don't have it. Or you want with a powerful battery, they don't have it. So you will buy another brand. But sometimes you could still keep using your Cobra flash on the same setting. But then it's not compatible, the trigger is not okay, it's different brand. So buy a brand that can grow with you or you with a brand, okay? That's important. For example, I use Westcott. I've got FJ80, FJ200, FJ400, and with this I can have the flash on camera, out of camera, more powerful. I've got many things, okay? So I recommend you stick to this brand who have enough flash unit, type of flashes, so you can grow, okay? Like, well, yeah, Westcott, you have Godox, you have Profoto, although I would not buy Profoto because it's, for me, it's too expensive for what they offer, in my opinion, okay? I respect some people love it, but that's my opinion, okay? Elinchrom, I like Elinchrom, but Elinchrom, they don't have Cobra flashes, so for me, it would be out, okay, in this situation. So Don't buy this brand no one knows about for cheap Cobra flash, because tomorrow you will have to bin it, you will not be able to use it. Tip number 5, also about flashes. Very often some people want to buy a studio flash and they think they will always use it indoor and that's it. But sometimes it's better to spend a bit more money with a flash that uses battery. Why? Because tomorrow your clients calls you or a friend calls you and says, oh, let's go to such place to make picture. Yeah, but there's no appliance on the wall, you cannot, no socket to plug in your flash, cannot use it, or it's very far, you need a really massive cable to power your flash or this. So I think you will end up buying 2 sets of flashes, one for studio indoor and one that can go anywhere with batteries. So buy directly the batteries, except you're absolutely sure you will never need it. Okay, so I use my Westcott, for example, the FJ400. I use it indoor, use it outdoor, any place, anywhere. Okay, so honestly, spend a bit more and get a flash that uses battery. Tip number 6. I always say that a photographer has several camera bags, small one, a middle one, and a really large one. But some people, they don't want to have 1 bag, 2 bags, 3 bags. They want to have just one, and to keep it for many years. Okay. If this is your case, because you don't want to spend more money, or you don't have space for 3 bags at home or whatever, buy a bag that is a bit larger than what you actually need. Make sure next year or in 2 years time you can put another camera body in there, or another lens, or another flash unit, whatever. Get a bit larger than what you need, otherwise you will end up changing bags or buying the second bag you didn't want to buy, and probably very close in size. Normally when you have several bags, you have a small one, a mid one, a large one, not really 2 mid ones or 2 large ones. Okay, so that's important. And it's true that when a bag is not completely full, it tends to be a bit flat, or it doesn't hold itself that good. Doesn't matter. In this space where maybe next year we'll put a lens or another camera body, right now put a pair of socks or 2 pair of socks, shirt in there or whatever, so it holds itself and the space is occupied with something that doesn't weigh too much. That's it. So don't forget, if you're going to get just 1 bag, get it a bit larger than what you need today. Okay. Advice number 7. This is especially for people who want to buy an extra lens, but a lens they will not use all the time. Maybe 10, 20, 30% of the time. Maybe a super wide angle or a fisheye or really long tele, doesn't matter what, okay? So you will see that buying the same brand as your camera very often is going to be really expensive. So I think you should consider alternative brands. You have the Chinese typical 7 Artisan, TT Artisan, Sirui, well, there's several, okay? Yongwo. But you also have Japanese like Sigma, Tamron. You have Korean like Samyang, or you have RX, for example. So these options, these alternative brands are very often a money saver. Not always. If you look at Sigma, the art line is not that cheap. Okay, sometimes it's more expensive than the same the version of the brand of your camera. Okay, but still, I think consider it, because you can save a lot of money. Many people have a Tamron or a Sigma and they save between 30 and 60% compared to the camera brand's lens. Okay. Advice 8. If you're a Nikon user or a Canon user and you're moving to mirrorless, using reflex, and you move to mirrorless, or you're a Canon user, reflex user, and you want to move to Sony, obviously mirrorless, good news. Your lenses will work with adapter ring, okay? So it means you don't have to buy straight away mirrorless lenses. You can keep using your lenses. From Canon to Sony it goes really well too. From Nikon to Sony it doesn't go too good, okay? But still, you will save money. But not using the lens you already have. Sometimes you will be in the same situation as the tip just before. You want an extra lens that you will use not that often. So, well, that's an option to get a new EF lens that's still many in stocks, that is a lot cheaper than in the RF lens. I speak about Canon, for example, okay? and you use it with the adapter ring, and you save a lot of money, and it works. So don't forget this. This is a good option to save money. Still use reflex lenses on your mirrorless camera. Tip number 9, you want to have a new camera, but if it's not completely new, that's fine for you, you save money. Well, we speak about the refurbished. What is refurbished? Okay, well, let's say I buy a camera today or lens, I receive it, I use it for a week, and after a week I'm not convinced, or I open the box and it's not what I wanted, I'll return it to the seller. What does the seller do? Well, simply check the lens is fine, or the body is fine, sometimes reset the firmware or whatever, reset, clean it, and place it back in a box, normally a new box with new documents and everything is new, and place it very often in a gray bag, a gray box, okay? The whole thing in another gray box. And they sell it again with full guarantee for maybe 15 to 30% cheaper than the new version. So you save a lot of money. Sometimes this lens has not even been shot, or the camera not even been used, okay? Or maybe 200 photos or 1000, but that's nothing. And you save a lot of money, okay? So consider this refurbished option. Don't forget that it's not just cameras, also Apple, for example, the computer, the iPads, all this, they actually refurbish too, okay? So you save a lot of money on this. And then advice number 10. Very often people say that kit lenses are bad. Well, it's actually from the time of the typical reflex with the 18 to 55 millimeter. That was not a great lens, not really well built, not really great optical, but many people still made great pictures with it, okay? But still, people are a bit reluctant looking at this lens, not too luminous, okay. So now they think that it's better to buy just a body and no lens, and then you buy the lenses later. Yes, sometimes it's good, but many times the kit lens now is a good lens. On some mirrorless or medium format, for example, the kit lens is a great lens, and you save a lot of money buying together. And very often they make combo offer. I saw Lumix, I saw Sony, I saw Fujifilm. What they do is if you buy the body and together you buy 1, 2, 3 lenses or sometimes more, you get a massive discount, a big discount. I think it was Sony, like €1,000 discount for 3 lenses, or something with Fujifilm to 1,500 discount, €1,500 discount on medium format with 3 lenses, something like this. So you do save a lot of money. So before rushing buying just a body and thinking later about the lens, consider this. What are the offers when you buy together? It's not all year round. Some days we make this kind of offers, but make sure to check it because you can save a lot of money. So there are many more tips to save money. I'm waiting to read yours in comments, and other watchers can actually read your tips, and that will help everyone. But I think in general it's important to try to analyze your present needs but also future needs, because too many people, what they do is they feel that today I need this, but they don't think they will need it tomorrow or more, or different gear, or extend what they have. Same as flashes, for example, what I said before, lenses, whatever. So try to analyze your needs, but try to plan in the future. I want to do animal photography. If I buy this lens, will I use it? All this, but obviously yes. If it's just curiosity, do I buy it? All this, try to analyze. And second, try to analyze the intensity of use. If I buy a flash because I'm going to do a photo shoot every weekend with a model, make maybe 200 actuation and 200 lighting, I don't need the same quality of flash as if I use it 8 hours a day and I make 1000 bursts a day. So obviously the money, the way I spend it is different. So don't get too short. If you're going to have an intense use, you need to buy something that is better, okay, or more solid, more robust. Over the time, the money you spent will still be worth, okay. So it's important, okay. Same thing if I use a backpack and I use it 1 hour every Saturday, I don't need the same quality if I am retired and use it every day. I go walking 20 kilometers every day with my bag. I need something that is probably more comfortable, more solid, more prepared for any weather or that. So try to analyze your need and also the intensity of use you will have. Okay, that's really important. Now I'll give you two bonuses. You could get like a new camera or a new lens easy. Okay, spending a bit of money but easy. If you get software like DxO Pure Raw, that will clean the noise of your camera, of your pictures. This is crazy. Really amazing. Okay, so maybe you don't need to change cameras because you feel at 800 ISO you have some noise. With this, probably up to 3200, that will be okay. Okay, no problem. So you save some money. And the other one is Topaz Sharpen AI. If you want pictures that have more sharpness, that's the way to go, because it's not uniform. It will, in an intelligent way, better the sharpness on areas where it feels it's needed, and you can actually fine tune it. And that's like changing lenses. It's incredible what it does. I use these too, but there is also Topaz that has a combo that is called Studio AI. In that case, if you get the Studio AI, you don't actually need the DxO Pure Raw, okay, because you have something similar with Topaz, okay. But still, these two pieces of software really can save you a lot of money buying new gear. A lot of money. It's true, you have to pay for them, but still, they save you a lot of money in gear. So I'm waiting for your comments. Tell me your tips. I will use them probably and save some money too, okay? So thank you so much for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Small button down here, a small bell. If you click on the bell, get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. I'll also leave you links of my gear on Amazon, links of everything I reviewed by K&F Concept, Sandmarc and Flashes by Westcott, more affiliated links, and also a link to my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.